Today I have come up with different types of watercolor leaves. I'll be using this watercolor sketchbook by Ayush Paper. It is 270 GSM and it is of the size 7 into 7 inches. It has a very good handmade feel to it. So I have done these watercolor florals in the last video. Today we'll just be covering leaves. This is another urban sketching that I tried, and it can hold good amount of water. As you can see, there's no bleed on the other side. And for my brushes, I'll be using this round brush from Dom's. Then I have two other brushes. These are from Brustro. It's in the size 1 and 3. Both are round brushes. This is also a round brush. You can use any round brush uh, of the size 2, 4 or 6. So I have 3 of these here. For my paints, I'm using artist grade watercolor cakes from Camel. So this is my set. It is used quite a lot. And I have a pot of water. Then you'll need some kind of waste cloth or tissue. We'll start off with a basic leaf structure. So I'm going to load my brush with some green. Here I'm using light green first. So when you're working with watercolors, make sure your color is quite transparent. You don't want it to be too thick. So here I have my green. I'll start with my leaf stroke. So I'll start with a small line and then push the brush down, forming a semicircle, and bring it to a tip like so. Okay, we'll repeat the same thing on the other side to get a complete leaf. Okay, I'll show you with a different color as well. I'm going to try it with dark green now. Okay, now we'll try adding this on a branch. So for that I'll switch my brush. I'm using this Brustro brush. You can use the same brush, but I just want to show you how it works with different sizes as well. So first I'll draw the branch like this. Okay, I've drawn the skeleton of where my leaves will sit, and I'll start adding my leaves now. You can have a few bigger leaves and a few smaller as well to make it look a little more natural. Okay, now there is another way to do the same leaf by adding a small white cap in the center. So I'll show a close-up. So I'll load my brush again. I'll do my first leaf stroke like this. Okay, and when I'm doing my second leaf stroke, I'm going to leave a little bit of gap and do my second leaf stroke. So this forms a beautiful white gap in the center. You can use this as well. Next, we can also do an overturn, or the leaf which has been bent. So to do that, you simply draw a small stem first, okay, and then you push your brush downward like this, tapering it down. Okay, I'll show you again. So here, small stem, and then push your brush down like this. Don't worry about getting the same color throughout your leaf. Let there be difference. Like you can have a few darker edges and a few lighter. That gives a good balance to our light and dark tones where the shadows and the highlights fall. Another very popular kind of leaf is the heart-shaped leaf. So for that I'm using sap green. Okay, first I'll draw the leaf here and then I'll show it on a branch. So start off with one semicircle here, okay, and another semicircle here, forming a heart. Then fill this in, okay, and on top here you add a small stem like this. So we can add this also to our branch. I'll show you. So if I were to draw a stem like so, and if I want a heart-shaped leaf, then my heart would sit like this. Okay, you don't have to be very exact when you're doing the heart shape, because leaves in natural are very different in their shape and size. They also may have some dots in between them. Probably some insect or worms may have eaten a part of it. Okay, so here is our heart-shaped leaf. Now another favorite of mine is a very simple and easy fern design. Now you may remember when you've gone to buy a bouquet or some flowers, with the roses and the leaves he adds some thin dark colored ferns. Okay, so these are very light in weight and they're very delicate. So we are going to draw some very thin and fine lines. So I'll start with the mid stem like this. Then I'll go ahead and add a few towards the sides. Try to keep them as thin as possible. And to each of these, I'm going to draw smaller stem like so. And that's how you build this leaf. This looks beautiful when added in a bouquet. You can also try doing this with browns. Now, when we're adding greens, I usually mix a little bit of black or some brown to get a different shade of green. So this forms another kind of leaf. Next, I'm going to show you a monstera leaf. So I'll just draw one leaf for the beginners, and maybe in the future videos I'll show you a full branch. So for the monstera leaf, you can first outline it like so. can go ahead and add a few circles like this in between, and fill this up. You can leave the circles and fill the rest of the leaf. Okay, next I'm going to show you a shaded leaf, for which I'm going to use yellow. So this turns out very beautiful and looks like a 3D leaf. So I'll use yellow first, and I'll do my first leaf stroke. Okay, and to this I'll add light green on the other side and softly blend in the center. I'll add a darker edge to the stem and to one side of this leaf here, and we'll let this dry for some time. Until this dries, I'll show you another kind of leaf, mostly found in creepers and climbers. So for that I'll use brown. Okay, and here I'm going to add simple twists and turns like this, like a spiral pattern where the leaf or the branch climbs onto any kind of support or a stick. Okay, you can add these supports, and you can add small leaves around the same area. So I'll mix a little bit of green to that brown and add my smaller leaves around it. You can also do a bulged shape leaf. For this one I'll mix a little bit of blue. This gives me another beautiful shade of green, very dark green. Okay, so I'll add small dots first. They can vary in size if you like, and I will connect each of these with a stem now. They need not be connected to the main stem, but they can be connected to one other dots. Okay, so this is another kind. Okay, now this has dried, so I'll add some detail to it. I'll use a dark green and I'll start adding the veins. So here I have the vein. Okay, so this is another 3D leaf that I said. So you guys can try these different kinds of leaves, and you can tag me in your posts, or you can also share them with me on my Instagram handle Sheena_Ranam. And don't forget to check out Ayush paper products. Okay, so this is the watercolor book that I have used. They have a variety of sketchbooks, pretty affordable. Okay, I'll list all the materials in the description box. You can also use my code Sheena10 for 10% off on the Ayush paper website. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Take care.